In today's video, we'll be discussing one of the craziest and most cringeworthy universes on the internet, the alpha male universe. A group of self-righteous, egotistical, and hypocritical people who lie, cheat, grift, and scam every chance they get. Now, first off, I'd like to give a big shout out to all the brave men and women fighting against these sociopaths. Warriors like Bubba, Dubs, Trans Wes Watson, Saintsaholic, My Liege, Johnny Bravo, Daddy Wells, and all the other content creators I couldn't remember. Please go check out all the channels I just listed, and give them a like and a subscribe. Bubba coined the name of this universe, so before I get started, another big shout out, and if you're not already in, go join the Bubba Army today.
Listen, I recently posted a question on Twitter asking, would you rather have sex with a transsexual, which is a legitimate 10, or a woman, which is a legitimate 1? And everyone's sitting there clicking woman, 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 because they think they're going to be gay if they do anything else, but they're not actually thinking about the question. I am so smart. I operate on so many levels higher than the average man. You people are not thinking about the question. When I say a 1 and a 10, I mean Megan Fox with a dick. That's the tranny. Or Hulk Hogan with a pussy. That's the girl. This is the question I'm asking. Megan Fox or Hulk Hogan? So you're thinking, well, I don't want to be gay, so I just clicked the girl, the number 1, did it? You're gonna fuck Hulk Hogan? Okay, yeah, there's a pussy, but he's got mustache and muscles and shit. He's all hairy, big dude, 6'5". It's pretty gay to me. That sounds pretty gay. I don't care if it's a pussy. That is gay. Whereas Megan Fox, okay, he's got a dick, but maybe you can like scoot it out the way. I mean, still Megan Fox. Is this shit gay?
There are many different subcultures, or genres, if you will, to the alpha male universe. There's the self-help gurus who preach a somewhat positive message about reaching your full potential. There's the used car salesman who shamelessly plugs their products. The rags to riches alpha male that tries to sell you that in order to get rich, you have to first send them money. Jail and prison alpha males who glorify jail and prison every chance they get and think covering every inch of your body in tattoos somehow makes you tough and badass. Then you have the fitness alpha male, who tries to convince you that if you buy their products and supplements, you'll look just like them, but conveniently leave out the fact that they're taking insane amounts of anabolic steroids.
Red Rottweiler. Roar.
Now, the hustles may be different, but the grifts are always the same. They pander to lonely men who are down in their luck, men who feel disenfranchised and abandoned by society, women, etc., promising to, quote-unquote, help these men get rich, date attractive women, be successful in business, etc. These alpha lames create online facades where they over-exaggerate or outright lie about everything from their wealth to their height. Today, I will be outlining and breaking down the AMU to the best of my ability. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let's dive into the video.
Female vaginas are disgusting.
If you were to start lying and saying, I'm fucking all these 16-year-old women or 18-year-old women, whatever the law is in America. 18?
It's 18 usually. You get married at 16. I think.
All right, in Romania it's 16, sorry.
Yeah.
So
I beg your pardon?
FBI, open up!
One of my least favorite and the most annoying subcultures of the AMU is the manosphere, or red pill community. These absolute losers prey on lonely, desperate men and teens. They feed and water the idea that males in today's society are disenfranchised and are constantly being shit on and controlled by the Matrix. The Matrix was popularized by the most popular red pill / manosphere character, Andrew Tate. Andrew, along with his brother, autistically tell their viewers that there is a shadowy group of global elites that control everything from the government to media, which, like any good liar, he sprinkles in a little bit of potential truth in every lie. Now, in my opinion, there are possibly shadowy globalists or governments that do whatever they can to manipulate everything from the stock markets to local elections. However, I really doubt that they have anything to do with the Tate's recent problems. Andrew used an insane marketing strategy to get his name out and get as many clicks and views as possible to build his brand. And this strategy worked. During the Wuhan virus, he became an internet sensation, with many of his clips going viral.
That I am too brilliant a man, too perfect in every single metric, too big, too strong, too smart, I can fight too well.
You sure about that?
Bloody up the top G like this. Big uppercut. What does Andrew Tate have left? And he's down.
I'm caramel, I'm beautiful. It would be a shame for me to not service these females. I am a gift to females created by the one above.
Andrew is a self-proclaimed world champion kickboxer, which is hard to believe because he just got his ass whooped by a reality TV star who punches like this. Andrew was also a self-proclaimed pimp. His words, not mine.
You were the pimp.
I was the pimp.
Who allegedly, of course, used the lover boy method of getting women to fall in love with him. And once the women were in love, he'd allegedly, of course, force them to do online webcam pornography. He got the women to stick around by controlling the financial aspect of their relationship. His words, not mine.
Tax is also another important element for controlling your woman. You're not going to pay anybody tax because you're getting paid in Bitcoin. So you don't need to pay tax to anybody. But you need to tell your girl that you're paying the tax. Because girls are lazy and girls are stupid.
He openly bragged about getting women to fall in love with him so he could get what he really wants, which is money.
I have to fuck her so she obeys me. I don't give a shit about having sex with beautiful women. I fuck them so they listen to me. So I can get what I actually want, which is not them. It's a means to an end. Every single Bond girl was exploited. That's exactly what I do.
In my opinion, it's literal textbook loverboy method. Of course, both the Tate brothers were eventually charged, and they have quickly changed their tune. Now they claim that they are being attacked by the Matrix.
The Matrix has attacked me.
And that they're being charged in order to silence them. Which is hilarious, because these guys preach accountability, but as soon as it comes knocking on their door, they immediately start deflecting and blaming others. Now I will absolutely do a separate video on the Tates. Let's watch some clips of Andrew getting beat up by a TikToker.
Body on top of it. Big right hand. It's over. Well, tough shot. Yeah, you got hurt right there with that right uppercut. That was a tough shot. Chase some more, trying to put him away. Some more with bloody up the top G like this. Big uppercut. What does Andrew Tate have left? And he's down.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening.
You know how long I've been waiting for this? Woo, I'm about to make a name for myself here.
Now, the next category of alphas somewhat blend together. There's an entire pipeline of endless D-bags who, once they get out of prison, allegedly take copious amounts of anabolic steroids, pretend they're a higher-powered Howard, that they were shot callers in prison, that they're the toughest, most badass person to ever walk a yard or the streets, and try to sell their audience on how they went from the lowest lows to being extremely successful overnight. For this subgroup, I will focus on the most entertaining and embarrassing group of individuals who call themselves the Strength Cartel. The main characters are Callie Muscle, Wes Watson.
They see my face and they're like, "Oh, who are you again?" And then I just bend over, I show them the butthole. "Oh, Wes Watson, how you doing, bro? What's up? Nice to meet you again."
And Big Girl.
Yeah. Yeah.
Somebody, oh!
He needs some milk.
What an idiot.
Oh, sorry. Big Boy. Big Boy. Yeah, it's Big Boy. Sure. Callie Muscle is easily the most entertaining of the group. Granted, that's not saying much. His claim to fame is going from San Quentin State Prison to professional bodybuilding. He went viral for looking like a Resident Evil lab experiment gone wrong. The main controversy with Callie was that he claimed to be natty, or not being on performance-enhancing drugs. Callie and his fangirls adamantly defended him, and called anyone with a working brain names like bitch, punk, etc. Callie didn't come clean until he had a heart attack. Then he went on a crazy journey, where he got off all the juice, allegedly of course. Got skinny, went crazy, and started doing watermelon and pineapple fasts. Went and had an extremely dangerous procedure to dye his eyes blue. And now that his views have completely fallen off, he got so tired of the negative comments that he jumped back on the juice,
45.
allegedly, of course, and had a second. So he's doing great. Another controversy was that Callie allegedly participated in a gay photo shoot where he wore panties and relieved himself for all the Buffalo Bills out there that apparently enjoy this type of content.
It rubs the lotion on its skin or else it gets the hose again.
Just another strong, masculine alpha male displaying his morals and beliefs, I guess. Then we have Big Girl. Sorry, there I go again. Big Boy, who deserves his own video because of how scummy this dude allegedly is. He was brought onto the scene by legendary bodybuilder and YouTuber Rich Piana. The pair had a short-lived partnership that ended ugly, with rumors that Big Girl and some of his friends broke into Rich's house, tied up a family member, and stole various items of value. Now these are just rumors. Nothing has been proven, but the rumors definitely stained his image. Big Boy has had numerous controversies, like when Pitbull left the Strength Cartel and exposed how Big Girl paid Pitbull and other members dog shit pay while he was driving around in a Lambo.
Bro, I never made more than, like, in the first year, it was like I was getting little $70 checks, $80 checks. So I'm not even making 300 bucks. I'm barely making 300 bucks a month, if anything, the first year. Second year goes to 500, and then the third year 750, fourth year 750, and I'm just like, bro.
750 a month?
Yes.
Or his fallout with Joey Stacks, who was another tool bag. Their beef came to a head when Big Girl pulled up on Stacks and challenged him to a fight, and they both did the hold me back bro routine, knowing neither of them would bust a grape in a food fight. And
Exactly, homie. Run your fucking mouth, dog, and you can't fucking answer up to me, dog. You run your fucking mouth, homie. Homie, you run your mouth on me, dog. I didn't speak on you, dog.
Another curl competition, 135.
Yo, curl competition. Cut it out, homie. You spoke on my name, homie. Go hands with me, dog.
And now Big Girl lost weight and is no longer morbidly obese and pushes out the most cringe content where he shamelessly shills his own products to his dwindling fan base. And finally, we have Wes Watson, aka Peg Watson.
Dink, 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 dink.
Don't worry, I'll explain. Just let me cook. Wes is the most fraudulent, dishonest, morally bankrupt alpha male in the AMU. Wes gained popularity because of his prison stories and his positive message in the beginning, and his appearance on Big Herc's channel. Shout out to Big Herc, by the way. However, Wes's stories and messages started to change. Suddenly, he was a big-time, high-powered Howard shot caller on every yard he's ever been on. He listed all these prisons he's been to, like Salinas Valley.
So I ended up doing 3 years in Oklahoma when I dropped points from Centinela. So I was on level 4 C yard Centinela. I dropped points.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying?
I like literally was new, and we were on lockdown. Rolled up to C yard Centinela.
Oh my God! Stop fucking lying.
In California's SHU programs.
I mean, I was in the back, okay? I was in the SHU.
A bullshit. A bullshit. A bullshit.
So they're like, fuck you, S, like, whatever, like, your little stupid shit. Like, you're doing your SHU term, your DA's not picking it up.
No, the lie detector determined that was a lie.
Which to my knowledge only have 3 locations: Pelican Bay, Tehachapi, and Corcoran State Prison. Eventually, the online prison community poked holes in his story and eventually dropped his housing record in the CDC. And it turns out Wes has only been to one prison in California, Donovan Reception Center, where prisoners stay from 30 days to 6 months. Wes spent most of his time in prisons in Arizona and Oklahoma. These out-of-state prisons house low-level offenders. Now, that doesn't mean there aren't gangsters or badasses that slip through the cracks and wind up on low-level yards. But for the most part, these are very chill yards, where people are just trying to go home. Wes tried to ignore it, but the controversies kept growing and stacking up one after another. Not only did people expose that he's never walked a single mainline yard in California, but his stories were also capped. He's gotten write-ups for a hunger strike, a window covering, and one fight. He wasn't putting in work or having his hand always raised like he says, but one of the worst things, in my opinion, Wes did was where he allegedly got a guy more time by straight up snitching on him for behavior I won't repeat. But apparently the guy went for a plea deal of some sort, but when he allegedly went to sign for his deal, the DA took it away and made him sign for the maximum amount of time or go to trial. Now this is my opinion. These controversies, especially the last one, was why Wes was allegedly greenlit, which led to him leaving California and moving to Florida, where he switched up his entire hustle to now being a business bro alpha that would help you start a lucrative business. And all you had to do was pay him tens of thousands of dollars. What a great guy. Around this time, the copious amounts of steroids he was allegedly taking started to melt the small amount of brain cells he had until all that was left was autism and racism. Allegedly, of course.
Get this toad the fuck out of here. Hey, if I fuck that toad off, it'd be so bad like the other one, you know?
What? What the fuck?
Hey, get that fucking porch monkey out of here.
Boy, that escalated quickly.
The internet trolls, aka my favorite people, kept digging into Wes and found out that he was lying and misrepresenting every aspect of his life. Everything from renting his penthouse and homes, his luxury cars, his girlfriends allegedly being escorts, and my favorite part, his height. This insecure little pocket alpha gets so upset and is so adamant about being 6 feet tall and 250 pounds that he would always lash out against anyone who called him out for being short. Then, because of the great work of John Bravo,
You know that piece of shit?
Wes was exposed for wearing shoes with lifts, aka high heels, to make him appear to be 6 feet tall, which I'm not gonna lie, has to be the most embarrassing shit I've ever seen a grown man do. In my opinion, who cares if you're short or a certain height? You can't control that. It's just genetics. I'm 6'2". I'm not gonna go around wearing lifts so I can tell everyone I'm 6'6". It's just weird. I can't imagine being that insecure and obsessed with how other people perceive or view me. That's just so lame. Another weird part of the Wes Watson saga was a woman who he dated named Gabby. They dated for a while until they broke up, and she exposed how Wes was giving all the things that he bought her to his new girl, Angie, who he now allegedly stalks. But that's a whole nother video. Allegedly, Gabby is an escort that offers a specific and special service, let's say.
Dink, 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 dink.
Currently, Wes is fighting both a criminal and civil case for getting into a fight with a 7-foot monster. He allegedly challenged the victim to a one-on-one fight online.
So every one of you guys that wants to call me out, 1625 North Miami Road, 9 a.m. weekdays, 8 a.m. weekends, follow me out of the parking lot, okay? And don't rat.
Then when the victim showed up, Wes and 3 or 4 of his meat riders allegedly jumped him with weapons like weight belts and dumbbells. I say allegedly for legal purposes, even though it was filmed and posted online. In typical alpha fashion, Wes took to the internet to celebrate and brag about the fight, then cried victim once he was arrested. Check out John Bravo, Bubba, and Dubs for all the details surrounding those cases. But with the court dates already beginning for both of his cases, Wes has given up on his alleged discipline and fitness regimen and replaced them with partying with creatures that resemble women, D-bags who pay to hang out with him, drinking, and allegedly using that Bolivian marching powder. Now to finish out this long-winded section, Wes used to tell people that if they weren't rich, ripped, and rare, they were bitches. Well now Wes's videos and posts are hot dog shit that get no engagement, and he deletes all the negative comments because he's so sensitive. Now he's all sucked up and looks like a methadone addict. And finally, he's just an asshole. Nothing special about that. Everyone's got one. The last thing I'll say about Wes is that Wes likes to post bizarre videos on Instagram, flexing his luxury watches and sports cars, him partying with alleged ladies of the night, putting up weird signs and billboards and clubs he's partying in. But in one of the weirdest videos of him and Angie, I believe, they appeared to be on their way upstairs to do the horizontal hula, the beast with 2 backs, Netflix and chill, etc. Unfortunately for Wes, while he was walking up the stairs videotaping Angie's better side, and well, there's no easy way to say this, Wes accidentally recorded his little Wes. Well, more accurately, he recorded his micropeen. Thanks to my personal favorite people, the internet trolls, they slowed down the footage until there was a clear image of his baby D. The image went viral and spread like wildfire on the Wes Watson subreddit, which I highly recommend you check out and join. It's amazing. Unfortunately for Wes, that may not have been his worst moment.
First off, fuck the motherfucking food.
West went on a panel hosted by Fresh and Fit. The panel centered around different forms of masculine success. When it got to West, he gave the most psychotically autistic response I've ever heard, where he just verbal diarrheaed all over the stage. At one point, one of the men, Andrew Wilson from The Crucible, was explaining how he views success, until West began attacking Andrew for not being rich, ripped, and retarded like him.
Whining. Stop whining and just make an argument.
Dude, I'll smack your fat ass.
So you're gonna attack. You're
Straight
gonna
up.
attack me.
All right. Nobody's
Do you usually attack armed men in Florida?
Oh, that's cold.
The guy used the word gadooshing. The guy said that they're on there gadooshing me.
What Wes didn't know was that Andrew is a great debater. Andrew quickly saw through Wes's materialistic bullshit and turned Wes's words back around against him, and Wes was so triggered that he resorted to physical threats and slurs, which makes sense, considering he says racist shit like this all the time.
Why don't you put some fucking cocoa butter on your head and on your ashy knees? She don't fuck with you, bro. JoJo. I bet you understand what JoJo looks like, you guys. JoJo the monkey. The jumping around monkey man. Like, nobody gives a about people like you. dipshit. Monkey Jojo. Yeah, jump around, monkey. Don't give a
What?
Only the urban folk who talk about going 50-50. It's never white guys. It's never not even Mexicans. It's literally like they have such a bad reputation for having no father present that they want a bitch to take care of them. They really want another mother because most of the urban folk, their fucking dads weren't around. Went out for Newports and they went out for fucking a 40 and they never fucking came back. And I don't give a fuck, you guys, straight up. I don't give a fuck about calling it how it is. We need to fucking make sure that he's in trouble for this. Like, we can't stand him being online and being so handsome and so jacked and so well at speaking and so comfortable with himself. We can't have this because we don't have any good value as a man.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Fresh and Fit kept trying to calm Wes down from his steroid-fueled rage with no effect. They eventually had to end the entire panel early because of how triggered Wes was. He's so soft and sensitive that he crashes out over the smallest amount of criticism. The moral of the story is, Wes goes around LARPing as a gangster, but he literally took an L from a guy who can't even open a pickle jar.
Open the pickle jar?
It's like a... yeah.
Oh, jeez.
I do. This seems a little immature, no? For
Hey, the guy
$1,000?
sent $1,000.
Yeah, but it seems slightly immature.
It's all fucking
it's just
slick
for,
now.
It's a little,
See, it
little fun.
is.
I gotta grip it.
Uh-oh, Andrew. If you can't open the olive jar, you cannot
Here,
blame my
while we're
hand.
doing olive jar...
If you're so strong, you should open it.
Yeah, I gotta be able to grip it.
Okay, we'll grip it. Let's
It's
go.
literally slippery.
Uh-oh. Red Fox, thank you for that. Appreciate it.
I can't grip the fucker.
Uh-oh.
Like, I gotta have a way to grip it.
Jungle.
Andrew, I'm sorry. It's not.
My fingers slip
What a
right off the
backfire.
lid.
Yeah, you know what?
You'll get the same thing. Come in here, Jake. You think, come on, you'll see for yourself. You can't get your fucking hand on it. Try it. Nah, you fucker. That was bullshit.
In the latest news, Wes has been arrested for domestic violence allegations against his girlfriend Megan. Daddy Wells, Dubs, Bubba, and John Bravo have done in-depth videos on the incident. Please also go check out their channels for all the info. Daddy Wells broke the story. Now, I say allegedly, but there's photos and videos of the alleged incident. Wes apparently had been trying to get a hold of Megan all night, and he's such a possessive freak that he calls non-stop over and over again until he gets his way and she answers. She finally answered, and Wes
Step back, I think I'm gonna vomit!
picked up Megan from her friend's house, and when they got to Wes's house, they started arguing. Wes allegedly got infuriated when he found out she went to a Miami Heat basketball game. Once they got into the house, the argument escalated. He prevented her from leaving, and eventually Wes snapped and allegedly beat the shit out of his girlfriend, while Jose and his bodyguard apparently just sat there and watched. Straight up cowards. During the assault, Wes was allegedly screaming at her that he was going to cut her tits off. I assume because he thinks they are his because he paid for her breast augmentation surgery. The alleged assault and kidnapping lasted for over 24 hours. She eventually was able to get away with the help of her family and went to the hospital. Wes was eventually arrested and charged with 5 felonies. Felony robbery by snatching, felony battery, felony domestic violence, felony tampering with a witness, and felony false imprisonment. Wes shockingly got a bail in this case, even though he was already out on bail for his assault with the 7-foot monster, and his original bail was promptly revoked.
Gotcha, bitch!
Now, these are all allegations, and Wes will have his day in court. But I agree with JD Delay, Dubs, and Lockdown 23-1. I think Wes is completely screwed, and I think he's probably going to end up agreeing to some form of a plea deal because of the overwhelming evidence, not to mention the civil lawsuit with the 7-foot monster. In my opinion, Wes is a massive piece of shit and is where he belongs. Any man that abuses women or children is a monster that either belongs behind bars or in the wood chipper, as JD would say. This is not the first time a woman has made allegations allegations of abuse against Wes. His first public relationship with Valerie, who was technically still his wife, she made allegations of abuse after their relationship ended. His second relationship was with a woman named Gabby. It was a short fling but gave birth to Peggy's nickname. His third girlfriend, Angie, made allegations of verbal abuse and harassment once they broke up. It's a clear pattern of abuse and cowardice. Wes is the most insecure person I have ever seen. He's a pathological liar who sought validation through materialism. He thought that if he owned or rented enough luxury items and told enough outlandish stories, he would eventually get the acceptance that he desperately craves. When that didn't work, he tried filling the void with women. He demanded their undivided attention at all times and tried to control every aspect of the relationship. When Wes didn't get his way, he would have childlike tantrums, and unfortunately, that behavior escalated to his alleged vicious attack on Megan. Another embarrassing aspect of Wes's pathetic downfall is that the $500,000 ring he gave Megan and was bragging about was rented. Let that sink in. This is a developing situation, so I'll keep you up to date with all the details as the case unfolds. But please go check out Bubba, Dubs, Daddy Wells, JD Delay, Saintsaholic, Johnny Bravo, and everyone else in the alpha male space to stay up to date with everything going on with all of these goofball lames. That's the end of the video, folks. Thank you if you made it this far. And once again, thank you for watching my video. This is part 1 of a much larger series. Please like the video and subscribe to the channel. It would help me out immensely. Hope you guys have a great day and stay sloppy, my friends.